Hello, and we are back. MUSC Red Devils NCR. Hello guys, we are back with another video. जैसे कि आप देखते आ रहे हैं पिछले कुछ दिनों में हम लोगों ने अपना सीजन स्टार्ट हुआ है, तो हम लोग अपनी वीडियो की फ्रीक्वेंसी या हमारा पॉडकास्ट हम फ्रीक्वेंसी बढ़ा रहे हैं। जल्द से जल्द अपनी ओपिनियन पीसेस ला रहे हैं आप तक। और आज वैसे ही एक वीडियो हमारे साथ आपके सामने है। We're trying to discuss a lot of things that has happened. We discussed Liverpool in previous video, an emphatic win. Now we are going to discuss what's next with Casemiro and how this team will look with Casemiro in coming up weeks. आने वाले मैचेस हैं साउथहैम्पटन के साथ, और उसके साथ हमारी क्या लाइनअप होनी चाहिए. So these are some small interesting topics we are going to discuss today. मेरे साथ हैं संदीप चैटर्जी, मेरे साथ हैं कुशाग्र, मेरे साथ हैं हादी अब्दुल, and one of the most prominent figure of our union, मोहित सर, उनको जिनको हम प्यार से मोजो बुलाते हैं. We are all here, and over to you guys. I'll start with Sandeep. Sandeep, what is the underlying feeling for upcoming week? And Casemiro को क्या देखते हो, क्या क्या चाहते हो, कितनी टांगे तोड़ेगा वो सॉटन के अगेंस्ट?
नहीं, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग. इट्स अ वेरी एक्साइटिंग साइनिंग, एक्साइटिंग रिजल्ट अगेंस्ट लिवरपूल. तो जो जंप ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस है प्लेयर्स में, बहुत मस्त होगा देखने में साउथहैम्पटन के अगेंस्ट. लाइनअप बोलो तो स्कॉट मैकटोमिनी की जगह कैसेमिरो आता है लाइन में सीधा. Backline remains the same. They were awesome against Liverpool. There is no point of contention at all. The backline has to stay the same. And one change I would make is taking Rashford out to the left and bringing Ronaldo in for Elanga, because it's Southampton will be a low block team, so will have more chances to attack. And we like Malacia following up in the left, and Dalot coming up as an inverted right back to the right, and Sancho going out to the wide right. There will be a lot of crosses into the box, and one target man of Ronaldo would be very important. Uh, Talking about Southampton defense, we have to exploit the defense, and
Yeah.
Casemiro plays a vital role in breaking up their counter attacks. So Casemiro will be a protector in general in front of Varane and Eric Martinez. So Varane coming into the team gives lot of freedom for Bruno or Eriksen or Fred, whoever plays. So my ideal midfield would be Casemiro, Bruno, and Eriksen. Fred can come in because Fred and Casemiro have an awesome partnership in Brazil. I was reading a stat that they have, won all the games that they have played together with 13 clean sheets. I mean, that's unparalleled. But we know this is Premier League, not international football. The levels are different to this game. So I would keep the midfield the same as the last match, except for Casemiro in place of Scott McTominay. And I really want Casemiro to wear the number 15 jersey, which is empty right now after Pereira left. So that would be awesome to see. And who has worn the 15 jersey? Our destroyer Nemanja Vidic. So that would be awesome to see. And I would bring in Ronaldo for Elanga, because the crosses would be coming. I would feel that Ten Hag would like to play crosses into the target man Ronaldo, and I'm expecting to see Ronaldo open the scoring for the season.
ब्रिलियंट ब्रिलियंट. एक मैं ट्रिविया लाना चाहूंगा इधर. संदीप जैसा बात कर रहे हैं कि 15 नंबर जर्सी वो चाहते हैं कैसमीरो पहने, पर यहाँ पे जस्ट ट्रिविया, यहाँ पे डिसाइड हुआ है कि ही इज गोइंग टू बी अ नंबर 18, if I'm correct, कुशाग.
Right.
Paul Scholes. Okay, so Paul Scholes का नंबर वापस, Ashley Young का नंबर, and then obviously Bruno wore it. Now it's going to Casemiro. हडी, मैं आपके पास आना चाहूंगा. Like Sandeep said, यहाँ पे अब आपको दो तरह की टीम दिख रही है. लिवरपूल में there was a complete different mindset, complete different philosophy. संदीप वहीं अब एक different philosophy की बात कर रहे हैं against a team who sits back and waits for you to do the dirty work. How do you think this lineup would look, and would you make this, drastic changes? जैसा बोलते हैं ना, जाना था जापान, पहुंच गए चीन. So this kind of, two different East and West lineups would be there. And what do you think about that?
देखो, जो संदीप भाई ने बोला मैं उसमें कोई ऐड नहीं करना चाहूंगा, क्योंकि उन्होंने एग्जैक्टली वही बोला जो कि मैं चाहता हूँ। बट क्योंकि मेरे को डिफरेंट लाना है, तो मैं कुछ अपना डिफरेंट उसमें करूंगा। अगेन डिफरेंस डिफेंस रिमेन्स द सेम। मिडफील्ड
हम्म,
में क्या कैसेमीरो अंदर आएगा, मैक्टोमिने बाहर जाएगा। बट यहाँ पे अब दो चीजें हो सकती हैं, या तो सिंगल पिवट रहेगा कैसेमीरो
हम्म,
और एरिक्सन ब्रूनो, या फिर ब्रूनो फ्रेड जो कि रहेंगे सेंटर मिडफील्ड में, और कैसेमीरो सिंगल पिवट रहेगा, या फिर डबल पिवट ही रहेगा। एंड कैसेमीरो विल होल्ड, और उसका जो पार्टनर होगा वो अपना बॉक्स टू बॉक्स रनिंग करेगा। तो मेरे को लग
अच्छा।
रहा है ये लाइकली रहेगा ज्यादा, क्योंकि एकदम से डबल पिवट से सिंगल पिवट शिफ्ट करना एक गेम में बड़ा रिस्क होगा मेरे हिसाब से, और
हम्म,
टीम यूज टू भी नहीं रहेगी। तो
हम्म,
मेरे हिसाब से डबल पिवट ही रहेगा। तो इसमें अब I'd like Eriksen to start, but I think Fred can also start. वो भी कोई
ओके।
बुरा पेयरिंग नहीं होगा। और
हम्म,
बाकी आगे में, हाँ, रोनाल्डो को अंदर आना है डेफिनेटली, बिकॉज साउथहैम्पटन लो ब्लॉक है, टारगेट मैन चाहिए अपने को क्रॉस
हम्म,
डालने हैं। तो
हम्म,
जब अपने को क्रॉस डालने हैं, तो राइट साइड से तो क्रॉस आ जाएगा, लेफ्ट साइड से क्रॉस कौन डालेगा? रैशफोर्ड तो बहुत बेकार क्रॉस डालता है।
हम्म,
ठीक है, रैशफोर्ड का क्रॉसिंग अच्छा नहीं है, तो या तो फिर ऐसा करो कि रैशफोर्ड की जगह ब्रूनो को खिला लो,
हम्म,
और फिर ब्रूनो की जगह पे ब्रिंग इन योर वैन डे वीक और योर फ्रेड, और एरिक्सन एज अ 10 खेलेगा।
मेक
तो उससे
सेंस।
क्या होगा, क्रॉस आ
ब्रूनो
जाएगा,
ब्रूनो
वरना।
इस मैच में ड्रॉप नहीं होगा, क्योंकि वो स्टैंडिंग वो वाइस कैप्टन है और दूसरा
हाँ,
टीम में
ब्रूनो
कैप्टन
ब्रूनो
था।
विल नॉट बी ड्रॉप्ड,
ब्रूनो
ब्रूनो
विल
विल
नॉट
नॉट
बी
बी
ड्रॉप,
ड्रॉप्ड।
सो
और क्या एडवांटेज हो गया कैसेमीरो के आने से, कि अभी फुल बैक का अच्छा कवर है, तो काउंटर अटैक में जब खुलेंगे तो कैसेमीरो जाके भाग के फोड़ देगा। तो अपना लेफ्ट और राइट बैक ऊपर जाएगा, राइट मेरे ख्याल से इतना नहीं जाएगा डालो, लेफ्ट में जाएगा, और लेफ्ट में मलाशिया ऊपर जाएगा। तो अगर ब्रूनो को खिलाओगे, तो ब्रूनो सॉर्ट ऑफ पॉगबा वाला रोल पे आएगा, होगा तो वो लेफ्ट वाइड मिडफील्डर, बट वो अंदर
या।
ड्रिफ्ट करेगा, और वो स्पेस जो होगा वो मलाशिया कवर करेगा बिल्कुल, जो विड्थ जो होगी पिच की।
मेक सेंस।
ओवरलैप में।
ऐसा हो सकता, हाँ, ओवरलैप में ऐसा हो सकता है। और उसमें भी फिर रोनाल्डो को भी आई थिंक ड्रिफ्ट करने का मौका मिल जाएगा, ही विल आल्सो कम टू द लेफ्ट, आई थिंक ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है। तो हाँ, तो ये मेरा टेक है इस पे।
ओके, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टेक। एंड नोटिस करने वाली बात ये है कि इमिडिएटली दैट वी आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स रोनाल्डो, बिकॉज इट्स क्वाइट ऑब्वियस लो ब्लॉक है, टारगेट मैन की जरूरत है, और ऐसे प्रोलिफिक स्कोरर की जरूरत है जिसको, क्योंकि हमें चांसेस बनाने पड़ेंगे। वी आर ड्राइंग अप ऑन चांसेस। अगर चांसेस कम बनेंगे तो एक वन शॉट वन गोल वाला आदमी चाहिए, एंड दैट इज रोनाल्डो। कमिंग टू मोजो, मोजो सर, मुझे सर आपको क्या लगता है, ये टीम के स्ट्रक्चर क्या होगी, चांसेस क्या होंगे, एंड हाउ डू यू सी अस लाइनिंग अप एज संदीप एंड बोथ हादी सेड कि हमें एक ट्रेडिशनल लाइनअप लानी होगी यूनाइटेड की, जो हम लोग खेलते रहे हैं, और उसमें क्या चेंजेस देखते हैं आप सर?
देखिए, जो आदि ने बोला और जो संदीप ने बोला, मैं एब्सोल्युटली सहमत हूं उनसे, because Southampton will not play a high line like Liverpool does. So, and जो संदीप ने पहले भी एक पॉइंट बोला था कि it's going to be a low block. And right from the LVG days, we have had a problem breaking down low blocks. Even under Mourinho, we were struggling. So, and low blocks के साथ एक problem है जो हमारे साथ, for the first time I saw United get caught on the break against Brentford का जो fourth goal था. Brentford were 3 goal करने के बाद, they were playing a low block, they invited United on, and 2 passes later we were 4-0 down. So this is something you got to be careful upon. And in terms of players, I mean, from the outside, जितनी मैं football समझता हूँ, I think Hadi and Sandeep have hit the bullseye कि Casemiro will come in, McTominay will stay out, um, and Ronaldo will come in with that focal point, with the crosses coming in, with his heading ability. Sancho can cross from the right, but when Hadi said that Rashford doesn't put in decent crosses, I agree with him. But then Martial can try that. If you're Because Martial playing down the center against Southampton will make no sense unless you play an expansive system, like if you recall, Louis van Gaal did um, against Southampton in his first year when
Yeah.
Martial was he literally put Van Dijk on the floor. This is about 6 years back, I think, 6 or 7 years back. So
What days?
that is my take. But my thing is, यूनाइटेड को लिवरपूल के रिजल्ट पे बिल्ड करना पड़ेगा. You can't just go to Southampton and eke out a draw, or that you just get beat. Otherwise, it's going to be a nightmare all over again. So we will have to go. We will have to play well, and we'll have to play sensibly. Your Brentford ka goal tells me that um, even if you're trying to, you know, break the low block and you're leaving yourself exposed at the back, you don't want that to happen again. But then I guess uske chances come hai if both Varane and Martinez start again, क्योंकि both have pace as compared to Luke Shaw. So there'll be better cover there if the other two centre backs who are going to be starting. And Southampton, funnily enough, in the last two games have shown a lot of resilience. I recall they were trailing 2-0 to Leeds, and they came back to draw the game 2-2. And then against Leicester away, they were losing 1-0, and they came back to win 2-1. So like it's being seen everywhere this Premier League season so far. I mean, it's still very early days. Leeds beating Chelsea, Brentford hammering the shit out of us. I mean, Liverpool struggling. And I think even Man City getting held on a draw. I think it was Crystal Palace who held them for a draw. I don't know who held City for a draw. Newcastle. Sorry, yeah, Newcastle. And a very exciting game again. So it's anybody's take. We will have to have the same intensity levels. The personnel which we discussed, जो change होंगे बिल्कुल लगता है कि वही होने चाहिए. We will have to be careful in terms of not getting caught out on the counter. We will have to figure out how to do the break the low block. If you recall, does anybody recall that charity shield game against Man City, wherein when we scored, I think our second goal was a quick interpassing movement thing around City's box.
During SAF days, the last
during SAF days, yeah.
Yeah.
SAF days, when we equalized, it was the second goal. Yes. Now, if you go and look at that match, sorry,
we won with the third one, 3-2 score.
Yes. So if you look at the build up to the second goal that we scored, City were in a low block, and that particular time, that particular goal shows you how to break the low block, which is one touch, quick, incisive passing. Rooney, Cleverly, and Nani. They were all involved in one touch pass, and they just ripped through the City defense. That's where you got to be quick enough. You can't have players like McTominay, and that's where Matic at times previously used to get found out because he would take 2 or 3 touches, and by then the opposition falls into its shape.
One thing I would like to bring in here, I think instead of Eriksen, we could try Van de Beek, because he's very good at this one-touch passes, pass and move.
Right.
So we could try something with Donny.
And I think Donny would understand Ten Hag's game as well, because you will have to play a little different than, not a little, but a lot different than what you played versus Liverpool. So and watch out for 2 or 3 of their players. मुझे इतना Southampton के players के नाम नहीं पता, but वो free kick लेने वाले जो है ना, Ward-Prowse, James Ward-Prowse, वो मुझे बहुत dangerous लगता है भाई. He's almost knocking off Beckham's record in free kicks. So yeah, I mean, we need to win, play sensibly, and be wary of Southampton, because they have shown resilience in the last 2 games they've played.
All right, we're moving on to Kushag. Kushag, जैसा आप देख रहे हो कि अभी you see Hardy ने भी और Sandeep as well and Mojo sir as well, उन लोगों ने एक बंदे का नाम consistently लिया है, and that is Van de Beek, and he could be the person that breaks that low block line. What do you think, and how do you think we should attack Sotmun to get the win again? Like Mojo sir said, we have to keep building up on Liverpool, because it was such a crucial result. If we let go on some of that pressure, some of that gas pressure, we might not get another chance to build up on something very, very, very authentic as and big
Right.
as Liverpool will. Yeah, please go ahead.
So I think firstly, I think the defense is pretty much now stable. I don't see anyone else coming into this back four. Talking about the midfield, कैसेमेरो एक ऐसा बंदा है जो आपके स्टार्टिंग 11 में हमेशा ही रहेगा. उसके साथ अब आप किसको खिलाओगे? That's the main question, because you have 3 to 4 options. You have Fred, you have Scott McTominay, and then you have, of course, like Donny van de Beek. The way I see with like Donny van de Beek, I think Premier League mein his starts will be more or less like from the bench only. I don't see him starting that many games in the league. I think his like the major जो भी वो खेलेगा, it would be either in the FA Cup or the Europa League. That's the harsh reality, because कैसेमीरो है, उसके साथ आप या तो आप फ्रेड खिलाओगे या फिर आप उसके एरिक्सन खिलाओगे. नहीं तो after the game against like Pool, Scott McTominay is also like a good option. So I don't see Donny starting, but like you never know. As Hadi said, कि Donny is like very good at like the 1-2 passing. Sancho भी करता है वो. तो उनका एक kind of एक combination हो सकता है. The other thing is now that like Bruno Fernandes is the captain, I don't see कि कल को उसको भी टेनाग आगे जाके like drop करेगा, क्योंकि आप ब्रूनो की जगह आप डॉनी भी खिला सकते हो, और आप वहाँ पे आप क्रिस्टियन एरिक्सन को भी खिला सकते हो. But क्योंकि now like Bruno is the standing captain, I don't see him being dropped. And it would be interesting to see the role of Anthony Martial, because he's a guy who is in like great form even against like Liverpool. वो आया and he helped us increase the lead. So Anthony, obviously ये वाली game में I see CR7 like being the main man, but like further down the season it would be quite interesting to see how Anthony Martial and CR7 are like being used.
Interesting, and also one of the things that's running in our mind, since we have to keep the ball to beat Sotmun, and it's something which a lot of people would frown upon, but I think keeping Varane and Martinez is obvious choice given the kind of performance they've had. But we all could see why Maguire gets low block teams में Maguire को क्यों choose किया जाता है, because he's very good on the ball, and he's better on the ball, better than Varane itself.
Dan Varane, right?
But yeah, and so that is something which is something up for debate. But I'm sure, like everyone has said, they would like the combination to keep going. They would like some of the team from Liverpool to stay and keep going forward and build upon it, because the confidence is there, the winning mentality is there, the adrenaline is there. So now I want to ask the panel, what's going to be the score? What is your prediction? So I'll start with Hadi.
Score. I would say we will concede. We will not keep a clean sheet. I want to say 3 goals for us and 1 for them. 3-1.
All right, 3-1 win for us. What do you think, Sandeep?
So I would like break my prediction in two halves, because it's a
Okay.
game of two halves. So if Ronaldo works, if we start with Ronaldo and Ronaldo works and we are 1-0, 2-0 up, I don't see us conceding again. And backline should not change. I know Harry Maguire against low block teams can carry the ball forward, but I don't think the backcourt should change. They have a chemistry going on. They have the confidence going on. Harry Maguire is low on confidence right now. So right after the Liverpool game, we need some momentum. So I feel that the momentum needs to carry on, and bringing in Harry Maguire would not be a good decision at this point of time when he's low on confidence. We have a string of 4 or 5 games where we have won, and we face a team like Nottingham Forest or something like that. We can try out Harry Maguire, but not before that. And so what I was saying was that if Ronaldo scores one, or we are 1-0 up in the first half, then I don't see us conceding. But taking everything into account, I see us winning. Yeah, I would go with 3-1 too, because I don't think we would keep a clean sheet in, and if we concede it will be in the first half, and if we don't concede in the first half, we are going to keep a clean sheet. I think so.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Amazing. Coming to you, Mojo said, what's your prediction and who you see scoring us, scoring for us?
यार मैं ना प्रेडिक्शन से बहुत यूजलेस इंसान हूँ और अगर मैं सॉरी फॉर द लैंग्वेज बट मैं स्कोरिंग प्रेडिक्शन करते हो ना मेरी बड़ी फटती है भाई. So whenever I've tried it previously, it's come back to bite me. So I'm not going to do any score prediction. But what I'll definitely say is that जो हम अभी 2 मिनट पहले बात कर रहे थे about low blocks, अगर हमें उसको break करना है, then we need to score the first goal. If we score the first goal, then we get Southampton that they will come out and they will play to try and get something out of the game. That suits us perfectly to find those pockets to try and exploit and score for the goals. Moreover, चाहे अभी आप लिवरपूल से जीत गए हो, we shouldn't forget the team collectively. Sandeep ने बोला कि Maguire's confidence is shaken, but the team collectively needs a couple of wins under its belt to get that confidence and the motivation level going within themselves. So if we go goal down, वो doubts और वो inhibitions, वो फिर throwing your hands up around and chasing the referee and whatnot, that will start. So so my thing is we need to score the first goal. If we do that, then we throw the Southampton game plan out of the window. They will come trying to score a goal, trying to get something out of the game. That puts us perfectly because, look, on paper, we have a far talented team. Despite not having the players we would want by the Southampton game, who would have signed with us, but we still have a very talented team as compared to Southampton on paper. But we need to score first, and from there, and if we do, then we can control the game.
Sure. Amazing. Some interesting points there. What do you have to say, Kushag? What's the score prediction in your mind, and how do you see us, scoring? Who do you see on the score lines?
I think it's gonna be a low scoring game because as everyone said that they are a low block team, and against like Liverpool, most of our goals came from the counter attack. So we're gonna have like the most of the balls. So it would be a bit hard to like break their defense. So I'll go with the scoreline of I think like 1-0 to us. I don't see us scoring more than that. And I think for a change, we can keep a clean sheet. As for who's going to score the goal, it's going to be C time. So it's finally time for CR7 to score.
Yeah, same. I think my
after
prediction.
a long time.
Yeah, I think the universe would collectively sue if if Cristiano scores his first goal. My prediction is
पेनल्टी
also
से
on
ना
the.
मारे बस ओपन प्ले से मारे.
पेनल्टी में तो फिर वो आ जाएगा ना लेने. आपका क्या कहते हैं ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस बोलेगा कि लाओ भाई मैं कैप्टन हूँ मैं लूंगा.
नहीं रोनाल्डो के आगे नहीं लेगा वो.
No. रोनाल्डो के आगे सी ब्रूनो
भाई लास्ट सीजन लिया
has
था
done
जब
great.
जब ब्रूनो ने पेनल्टी पे मिस भी करी थी.
वो जब मिस किया था तभी लिया था ना. पहले मिस किया था रोनाल्डो ने.
आर्सेनल वाला.
So the thing is कि my thinking is I think if we keep on the mindset that we had in the last game, if we keep on the energy that we had, if we do not let go, because Liverpool game ka energy wahi se aaya tha, because they were threatened by the protest, they were threatened by the fact that people were going to walk out of the stadium, and they got their socks up and they started running all over the place, all over the ground. They were everywhere, and credits to them. But if it comes down to, is it an away game, Kushagra, or is it a home game?
Away game, St. Mary's Stadium.
It's an away game, so the pressure is even more now, and you have to show up. You have to show up with your heart. You have to show up with your sleeves. I kind of agree with Kushagra. It could be a low-scoring game. It could be a 1-0, but my heart says it's going to be 2-1, and I think both the goals are going to come from Cristiano Ronaldo. And so that is a prediction, guys. That is our mindset behind Southampton. हम अपने viewers से expect करते हैं कि if you're watching this video, please come and comment and give us your prediction of the Southampton game. Link हमारी description में है. हमारे सारे social media links would be in the description. Press the bell icon. Keep watching our videos. Keep supporting us so that we bring Amazing analysis to you. Like, share, subscribe, and see you next week.
Also,
GGMU.
guys, if you guys are in like Delhi NCR, we'll be doing the match screening at like my bar in CB. So please come for the screening also.
And we'll share those details as well on our social media links, and
Right.
you'll have those details as soon as possible. All right, guys. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week very soon.
Bye, guys. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.